Good morning. It's the Saints man, small van driver on the CX. It's Saturday, the 30th July. It's early. I don't know when this will go out, but it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. I woke up. I've got hay fever a little bit. Um, Last week, it's all about last week. And how not to sound smug, but I smashed it. It's the best week I've ever had on the CX. I shouldn't say on the CX because I only did 5 jobs on the CX last week. I've just added them up. Um, I did more jobs not on the CX, and I got a couple of private jobs that paid really well. But yeah, absolutely smashed it by miles. Um, it was bloody hard work though. Let me tell you, it's I did 4 mega days, Monday to Thursday. I literally did nothing but work, eat, sleep. A little bit of free time on Wednesday night for the bike night, and then Friday I had a easier day. Even that it turned out to be a lot busier than what I intended to. But it's all great. It's all great. It's what it's about. You've got to get your money in. I think I chatted to you on the phone, and I think to Neil at Netches, and I said to him, it seems a lot easier to do longer hours, and it seems easier when it's light nights, light start. I had 5 early starts. My start times this week was 4:45, 5:15, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6:15. 5 early starts, but it's light, so it feels like it's morning. But yeah, we're busy. Let's go back. Right. First of all, fuel prices. My fuel's down to 184 at the moment, and it's going down again for next week. So I know people are saying, "Oh, get it for 180, 181." I've got 2 cards, 3 cards, and the cheapest is 184. I've got a 186 and I've got a 190, which is the BP main one, which I don't pay any fees on that one, but I don't use it. I've only used it twice in a year, I think, because it did once dramatically drop for some reason for 1 week. But so let's start. Monday 25th. I started, I'd got a job booked in, and I got a big job booked in. It was a long job. I'd got to pick up at 5 o'clock. It's through Chris. I spoke with Chris yesterday. Big shout out for Chris, mate. Oh, yeah, I'm getting stacks of work. Well, this last week I've had every single day, every morning we've had work. He's been very busy. Even he admitted, I think Thursday, it was the busiest day he'd had since he's been where he works. So it was a busy week, which is great for me. It brings me money in. He gets his work done. Yeah, it was busy. So Monday, I started off. I went to pick up from his place at 5. We loaded up Southampton, Exeter, Bristol, Cardiff, Cheltenham. Normally, I don't do Cheltenham on the end because they shut at 2 where I go, and I was always going to never get there for 2. But it was only 2 boxes, and we sort of blagged it, and it went okay. I didn't get there till I set off. Once I got going, I'd finished it about 3 o'clock. So it was I'd done a full day. It was a 10-hour day. I got 325 for it. Plus, these are all plus VAT. I'll add the VAT on at the end to show you what it is VAT. 325. Uh, good rate of money. Day's done. I had intended on staying in Cheltenham. Cheltenham's only 70 miles from my house. It's not even that. 67 miles. Because I put it in the sat nav. And it's cross country. Beautiful drive, actually. Cross country through the Cotswolds. You go, right across the middle of the Cotswolds. You don't see a dual carriageway until you hit the top end of Oxford. Yeah, it's around Brackley. So I intended I was going to stay in Cheltenham. I'd done that. I thought I thought I was going to have a nice little drive around, park up in Cheltenham and go and have a look around the city. But there was a job on there on the CX, which I quoted for. I didn't get, but then I've done private work for this lady before. It's been a long while, and she sort of went off the radar. It's good pay. Um, and she phoned me up. She says she's very full on. You guys will know it, and it's picking up COVID samples from chemists, which she doesn't do on the CX. She used to be on the CX years ago, and now she doesn't. So I told her my rate, what it was. I says, I'll do work for you, it's £1 a mile. That's what it is. And I did 2 pickups for her. I wasn't even interested in the job until she said where it finishes. It finishes in Kettering. Kettering is 15 miles from my house. So I thought, you know what, I can't not do it really. So I picked up 2 villages. One right, I drove from Cheltenham by then, and I parked up between Cheltenham and Bourton on the Water. And I pulled over, and I was going to go and have a nice long walk. I found a public thing, but I didn't because she phoned up, and it was picking up at 2 chemists, Burford and Deddington. So it was literally coming this way and delivering to Kettering. It worked out. It was all in. I got 75 quid for it, which is fine, absolutely fine, and that made that a really good day. And in fact, I quoted her 75 quid. It was probably 79 quid, but 75 was fine. It got me exactly 400 quid for the day. I got home. I didn't get home till 7:15. So I did 14 hours for that. So it was a long day, but a profitable day. 400 quid. I did 546 miles, which works out 73 pence every mile from leaving home to getting home. And there's a bit the dead miles from Cheltenham to Burford. I did, to Burford, and from Kettering there was a few dead miles, but still a really good day. And then Chris had phoned me up anyway, and he says I've got one hit tomorrow, and it's new picking up Northampton again, and it was picking up at 5:30 from his and going to Cardiff. One hit. So yep, no worries. And I think there was 9 boxes. We did that, and then I got a job pretty much before I delivered. It was as I was delivering, the job popped up, and it was Cardiff to Newbury, and it was picking up from a residential address just outside Cardiff. Let's grab my tea. Just outside Cardiff, and it was going to Newbury to Striker, which everyone knows if you're a courier what it is. It's the cases for hospitals, but it was picking up from a residential address, and it was 2 Striker cases. It was a brand new development in just outside Cardiff, the other side of the M4. No problem. Quoted 78. It was, I can't remember how many miles loaded it was, but it was about 90. So I quoted 78 and got it. So I was straight on it from what I'd done. I didn't even have time to stop. Picked the cases up, got to Newbury and delivered them. Now, round Newbury, I like Newbury. There's a good area you can park. There's a Tesco's. The main road in is all the shops. Tesco, Aldi, blah, blah. And there's a B&Q there, and there's a little burger van around the back of B&Q. Lovely girl runs it, and fantastic food. I've never had any rubbish food, coffee. And so I stopped in there. I thought, well, that's got me a good rate. I could do with a job somewhere, a little job perhaps home. And I parked up and had a burger, chips, shouldn't have had because I'm on a diet, but I had nothing to eat all day, and a nice little rest. And I thought, I'll just sit here and see what happens. A job popped up, Abingdon to Oxford, and it was only, I think it was about 20 miles. I was about 15 miles from it, and I quoted £1 a mile, 35 quid. I thought I probably won't get that because there'll be someone in Abingdon all round, but I did. I'd nearly finished my burger. I just about finished my burger, and the phone went, and yeah, straight away got it. Picking up from FedEx, delivering to a private address in Oxford. Very nice address. 1 box, and I picked it up straight away, no problem. And I was up to Oxford, and I thought, you know what, that's it. I could drive home from there. I'm within my radius. I call it a radius of 50 miles. If I'm within 50 miles of home, I'll drive home. I might even drive home at 60 miles, depending on how I feel. But it was within my radius of going home. I thought that'll do. So that's what we did. And I got to Oxford. I did it straight away. Out of Oxford, I put in, see if there was anything there. There was nothing going my way. I wanted to get home. Chris had already phoned me to say he got a job for Wednesday. He knows I'm on a bike night. He says, you'll end up in Bristol. I said, that's fine. I said, if I get something back, that's great. If I don't, I'll miss the bike night. So Tuesday, I did 336 miles. So it was quite an easier day. I did 9 hours, 9.5 hour day total for £223. And that got me 66 pence every mile. And I drove home from Oxford. So a little bit of dead mileage, but that's fine. Wednesday, it was a later start for me, 6 o'clock. And I was going to pick these up, not from Chris's place. I went to where the work generates from, which is up the road from Chris. And it takes a fair while to load you. It's just the way it is. They have to find the boxes. So, but it's no problem. I got a strange one. I got the Bull Ring, Birmingham, first drop. Thatcham, the second drop, which is completely pretty much the other way, just going the M40. And then to Bristol, across the M4. So it was a weird route, but that's how he got it. He got it like that because he got to get them covered. And I did that. I got 185. So picked them up. Bull Ring, I luckily got in and out. If you're delivering to the Bull Ring, the service yard, you go round the back, and it's the bloody Commonwealth Games. They was just about to do the rehearsal they're doing a dress rehearsal. But I luckily got in and out the Bull Ring and away from Birmingham. I was there just on about 8:15. There's been a traffic going out towards Thatcham. I had a booking in time at Thatcham. It was 11:30 to 12. So I've got to get a bit of a shifty on. But I got there at 11:20 and accepted it straight away. I went straight for the gate, no problem, and got tipped really quickly, actually. I've done Thatcham before, and there can be a bit of a queue, and they do them one at a time, the vans. So it's not a case of I had a few boxes, actually, so. But anyway, we did that, and then I go to Bristol, and tipped that, and I've been there hundreds of times, got that tipped, lunchtime, having a bit of lunch in my favourite spot, as Tall Man, Small Man knows, Course Cribbsway, Morrison's, fueled up, got myself a meal deal, and I don't mind, I'll sit there because it's a really good perch spot. I've heard a few people have problems getting out of Bristol. I think only once in 2 years have I not got a job out of Bristol. But I sat in Bristol and looked at the feed, and I'm thinking it'd be great to get somewhere near home because I'll be able to get to bike night. I might be a bit late. And a job popped up, GL postcode, but it was Colford, which is I know it's GL postcode, but to get to it, Bristol, it's over the bridge, the old bridge, the new, not the new Severn Bridge, into Wales, up Chepstow, and you go up I forget what road it was, and it takes you to Colford. And it was to go to Hinckley. Now, Hinckley's not too bad for me. It's sort of Coventry, between Coventry, Rugby, that sort of way, just north on the A5. So that's great. Again, within my 40, 50 mile radius of Northampton. So I quoted on it quite keenly. I quoted 89. I say quite keenly. I got 26 miles to get to it. And the whole job still paid me 75 pence a mile with me 89 quid. 70p a mile. But I got 26 miles to get to it. So all in, 70 pence a mile. And it gets me to my bike night. I'll do it. It may be a bit cheaper than what I want to do it, but I'll do it. And I went over the bridge into Wales, slung a right up the roundabout to go up to Colford, and there was diversion off the main A road. Took me left, and I went over the mountain road, a B road. You normally moan like hell about that, but stunning road, stunning. At one time, I should have stopped and took a picture because the houses overlook the Bristol estuary. The estuary. Going into Bristol, stunning. I can imagine it. I mean, it was a lovely day. Don't get me wrong. I imagine in the winter it's bloody awful. The wind and rain was just but it weren't. It was lovely. I got to Colford, and it was a huge crate. In fact, when he seen my van and I opened the back of the van, he looked at it and I says, "I've come to pick up for Hinckley." It was going to a freight company, and he went, "It's that there," and I went, "Okay," and he went, "That's not going to fit in your van, is it?" I said, "I'll just get my tape measure." Now it did look massive, but I thought, you know what? I've had these boxes, and they sometimes go in. And sure enough, it would. I says it's going to fit. It's 10 millimeters each way at the top because my van slopes in very slightly. I says, and the height is like 15 millimeters. Length's all right. 1.2 pallet, isn't it? And bless him, he was a really careful forklift driver. And when he put it on, it was 350 kilos, so it was a big old lump. It was eventually going to Northern Ireland. I was taking it to a freight company in Hinckley, which the Irish truckers go in and pick it up and they take it. So that got done, 89 quid. So again, another good day. And I got to bike night. I was at bike night for 5:45. So that was me dinner sorted and to chat with the guys. It was brilliant. I did 407 miles. So I drove home from Hinkley for 274 quid, and that was 68 pence all in. So it's the dead miles that take me down. And I did the second job slightly cheaper, maybe, because I wanted to get home. And it still paid me to do that. I wouldn't recommend doing it all the while, but I wanted to get home. And also, Chris had already phoned me again. He says, I've got another big day for you tomorrow. I went, yep, fine. And it was again, pick up. I left at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to Northampton to his place. And this time I got the regular run, which was Oxford, Cheltenham, Cardiff, Bristol, Exeter. So it's all down the southwest. I think I could do it in my sleep, this job, this route, because I do it regular. And I can get into Oxford now. They get there about 6:15, but they open the gate at 6:30. There's a big service yard gate. The security open it at 6:30. And I thought, I can get there for sort of 6:20, 25 and be the first one in, which I did. So picked up Northampton, down to Oxford. I was at Oxford. He opened the gate at 6:25, and I'm in there and delivering. And I got to Exeter, and I thought, you know what? This is probably going to be it because nothing really comes out of Exeter in the afternoon. And it was going to be about 1:30, 2 o'clock ish. I could have gone and stayed with my mate, but he's away. They're gone on a little holiday. So I thought, you know what? I'll keep in the van. It was a really nice day again. I got 250 for going down for doing the drops, which is really good money for me. It's good that Chris is getting his job done and getting everything delivered. And I thought it's a bit early, really. I thought to sort of knock it on the head. So I left the feed on. A couple of jobs come up. One job come up, and I've done it before, this job, and it's a goodish job. It was going to Redditch. And I phoned and quoted on it, and she said, yep, I just got a, she said, I've had a cheaper quote. She says, but I'll see, they'll probably go with you because you've done it for me 3 times, different places. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, that gets me to Redditch. That's south of Birmingham. That's great. But there was a couple of other jobs and all. Going to Heathrow or London. Didn't want them really. I quoted high. I did quote on them, but I quoted really high, knowing I wouldn't get them. And if I did get them, it's like Peter Curry says, you do it at a price that you can't refuse. But they didn't take it. But it's fair enough. I didn't really want to do them anyway. But the other job, she phoned me back. She says, oh, that job ain't going now. She says there's been a hitch, so it's not. I said, it's fine, it's no worries. I thought, well, I'll be staying down in Exeter. And then I got a phone call from the lady that I'd done the work for the chemists. And she went, I can see where you are on the tracker. She said, are you empty? I said, yep. I thought, do I really want to do? It's going to be a big backload. I thought, let's see what she's got. She says, and she gives you one chemist at a time. She works this tracker thing out. I started in Axminster. She said, Ed, can you head for Axminster and be there? I said, yeah, I can be there. I says, you know the rate? They're going, yeah, no problem. So I got to Axminster to start, and I'd done this before for her, this route. And I thought, I know what's coming. It'll be this, and this. But it weren't. It was different. So I set off at Axminster. Got to Axminster. I was 45, 50 minutes early. So I parked up just outside Axminster. There's a beautiful little river, Babbling, and it's public footpath. So I went out a walk. And I walked got for about 25 minutes. Then the phone went, and she says, "You go in Axminster at 2:45. and I want you to go then to Wedmore, which is about 28 miles away, but it was an hour because it's all B road. Again, a beautiful drive to get the next one from an ex-chemist, which I did. And when I was getting that one, she says, "What time can you get to Bath?" And I went, "Well, give me a postcode." So she gave me a postcode, BA1. Wow. Right in the centre of Bath. And it said I was going to get there with traffic as it was at 5:10. And she says, they shut at 5, but she was going to wait for you because it's a clinic. I said, well, I'm going to be there at 5:10 according to this, which I was. I got there at 5:10, and the last 25 minutes I was in Bath, just stuck in traffic. And it's just what it is. Bath is just pants. But picked that up, and she said that, I thought, I'm going to have to get on my way to where I'm going to, because she told me I was going to end up in Uxbridge, which is near Heathrow, north of Heathrow. And she says, can you meet one of my drivers at a Shell garage in Box? So I thought, great, this is the A4 go. Thought, well, we are getting somewhere. Every mile is £1 a mile. I was like a taxi driver, to be honest. I was looking at me mileage thinking, another pound, another pound. And I thought, she realise how many miles this is going to cover? I thought, well, that's up to her, but that's what it is. Met this driver. Bless him, he didn't speak hardly any English. He picked up two, these from chemists in Somerset, which I couldn't get to because I hadn't got time. And then she says, can you put a postcode in and tell me what time you can get to this postcode? SN25. It was Swindon, Tor Hill. And I told her, I says, I can get there. I says, but it's going to be 6:15. Yes, darling. Go and do it, she said. She's calling me darling now. So off I went to Tor Hill, Swindon. We are getting towards Uxbridge, but I'm thinking, I ain't picking no more. I just want to go to Uxbridge, get it tipped, and I'm either going to stay in Uxbridge or drive home. And I picked the Swindon one up. I got there at 6:15, and they were very happy that they got it picked up. And then it was a case of, right, I need to get these delivered. And I take them to a driver who takes them into inner London. Take him to his house, and it's Uxbridge. Nice area, actually. Never been to Uxbridge. But yeah, lovely Victorian, semi-detached. And he was on his drive. He was waiting. Not just for me. I think there was others going, but yeah. So I got it to him, and the mileage. That's when my mileage ends. When the job ends. So then I've got to get home after that. It was 185 miles I'd done. So it's £185. I don't charge you for Bath, clean air zone, because I'm Euro 6. I don't have to pay for it myself, although I bought the van. So if I had a Euro 5, she'd have had to have paid it, but she didn't, so she got that off. And because I get well paid, the pound, our flat rate, I don't charge her pickups, which I probably should, but it would have made it way over 200. I'd got enough. So, and the pickups take literally a minute. It's not a case of wait. It's a minute. You're in a chemist, you're out of chemist, you're back in the van, you're off. It's not even oh, hang on a minute. You don't even queue up. They see you coming. You got your IVs on. They know you're a courier. You tell them who you are, where you're representing, and they give you it. So I put it through on she does it all by WhatsApp. I put it through, said, I've just finished, delivered your Uxbridge. It's all good. Everything's no issues. 185 miles, so I will invoice you £185. She's on the phone. She's on the phone about it to me. She's like, oh my goodness, it cannot be that much. I was like, it is. I says, it's exactly that much. I says, that's Google Maps. I said, that's what it's done. Oh, where have you? So she works it all out. Now, this is the funny bit. So she gives it, oh, no, it must be cheaper than that. I won't never make any money. I don't get paid for this. I went, don't give me all bullshit. I said, I know the crack. I said, I don't get paid for 45 days end of month for most of them. I says, we all get paid. This is the way it works. And she went, let me work this mileage out. I'll work it out. So she worked it out. I give her the post. She got the postcodes. Oh, you've been here? Yes. And then she went, oh, shit. I said, what's that then? She says, oh, it is that mileage. It's 191. I says, oh, that's even better. I'll charge you 191. I've done it in 185. I've done a quicker route than what you can even do it. No. I says, yeah, if you want to charge me 191. So I had a bit of a laugh at it. I says, look, it's 185. So you got it, your way. you're saving yourself £6. So she was like, okay, okay. So she was fine. But it was a long day. It was a really long day. I got home at 9 o'clock at night, and I've been on the road since 5. So it was a 16-hour day, which is not good. But it happened, and I'd got a couple of good breaks in Axminster. Sorry, I went to Exeter. So I had a couple of really good breaks, and I had a couple of stops as well. But 16 hours is a lot. I did 569 miles. Wow. So I got 435 quid. And driving home, I had 67 mile home. I drove home from there. 65 miles. And that was only because there was a problem on the motorway. They took us off. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, my mileage and my pence was 76p. So without the driving home bit, it'd have been way up more. But I'll take that. I just want to be in my own bed. And also, Chris had phoned, and I said to him, I already said to him, I could do with a shorter Friday run. I don't want to be too far away, too far from home. I want to get home Friday because I ain't being out Friday night. So he got me a run Friday, Chelmsford, Blue Water. Perfect. I did it for him last week. I did it for him last Friday. I did Cambridge, Stratford, Blue Water. But this was Chelmsford. I've done Chelmsford. That's a nice, easy one. It was 2 boxes, and it was 4 boxes for Blue Water. So you can pick up when you like. I didn't leave home till 6:15. I picked up Northampton from where they store the stuff, and I was in and out 20 minutes, 25 minutes once I'd found the last box. And I did Chelmsford, and then down to Blue Water, over the bridge, and I was parked up in Blue Water past 9. And Blue Water's got a really good food hall. It's where the M&S food hall is, and if you walk in there, there's everything. Every different chain of food outlet you can see, all the regulars, Greggs, McDonald's, Nando's, they're all there. They're all there. And they're all open. They're all open early. So, and it's a beautiful day. I thought, great, I'm just going to sit here, and if I don't get a job if it don't go within 40 miles of Northampton, I'm just going to sit here. If I sit here for 3 hours, I don't care. Coffee, got myself again, bacon and sausage baguette from Greggs and a large cup, £3.50, sat there, and I'm prepared to sit there all day, mate. I thought, no, I ain't doing nothing in London, nothing to Bristol, mate. I just want a job home. If I can't get one, I'm just going to drive home because I've had a really good week. Well, that didn't materialise. Well, it did materialise, but it's quicker than I thought. There was a job, Benfleet, to Banbury. Banbury's 35 miles from my house. Cutting across Brackley, the back way. Or you don't even go to Brackney, you go to Toaston, Middleton, Cheney. Great biking road, by the way. B425, something like that. There's a B road that cuts you off the A43. Yeah, be careful of the police there. And I thought to myself, do you know what? It was, I'll bid. I was 20 mile from it. So I bid all in £99. It for 75 pence, it was like £104. I thought, 99, I'll risk it for a fiver less. See if I can get it. And if I get that, that's me done for the day. I've got £100 going down, 99 back. I'm going home. Early finish. Didn't expect to get it. Just about to bite into me bacon and sausage baguette. Phone went, mate, that job's yours. Okay, so that didn't materialise, that break. I picked my bacon and sausage baguette up. I was sat on a beautiful bench outside under a canopy. Back to the van, off to Benfleet. And picked up 2 huge boxes. They fitted just in the van, just right, side on. And it filled the van up. They weren't heavy. And it was going to Banbury right into as you go off Banbury, first left, there's a huge distribution centres. And at the very end one, it was a new one. It was electrical stuff. They're still fitting it out. And that's what we did. And I thought, it's great. I'm going to be done. I thought, I'll visit my auntie on the way home. Who lives that side of Northampton. I thought, I'll have a cup of tea with her. That'll, be nice to finish early. And I thought, I'll be there by 2:30. Job done. And as I got to Banbury, I'd got the feed on my mobile, going up the M40. Traffic was horrendous. Friday traffic. Oh, I had the M25 traffic to start with from Benfleet. I got round by M11 and there'd been an accident. It wasn't even a big accident. It was just two cars that had a little nudge. The whole of the M25 comes to a grinding halt. And it just our side, which, you expect it to slow down. Everyone has a look at the other side and that all stopped. Just to have a look. And I got stuck under the tunnel, and by the M11 there's a sort of fair old tunnel. And I was sat there. I was chatting with Neil at the time, and it come to a grinding halt under the tunnel. I was like, for God's sake. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to stress. I've had a cracking week. It's Friday. I could sit here for half an hour. Just let the world go by. I don't give a shit. It was 20 minutes, and they moved it off onto the hard shoulder, obviously, and we all went through. No one was injured. They all other side of the fence. It was a minor accident, just nudged something, but enough to, how can I put this? Fuck up the M25 really for the other side and our side. But hey, and I called into Banbury. I was getting close. It was about 15 minutes from Banbury, and I thought, great, I'll tip this. I'm going home. I'd already set me sat nav on my auntie's house, so I knew as soon as I tipped, I was going there. A job popped up, Banbury to Daventry. I thought, Jesus, do I want to do anything more? And it was 11 miles. It wasn't even Daventry, it was Woodford House. It was 11 miles. I thought, I don't really want to, I just want to go home. But it's virtually on the way home. It's literally 2 miles. Going to be in Banbury. I thought, I'll quote 30 quid. It's 11 mile journey. I'll quote 30 quid, see what happens. Phone went instant. No, not the phone. They text me instantly. Really appreciate you quoting for that job. How long are you going to be before you get there? I put 25 minutes because I was 10 minutes from Banbury from tipping. I thought if it's in Banbury, I'm going to be 25 minutes. Fantastic. Ping. They ping the job over. And I dropped my load straight away. No worries. Put in the destination. I was zero point 0.7 of a mile away from it. All good. But I thought, you know what? At certain times, I just want to go home. I'm done. But for 30 quid, I'll do the extra. So I did. I went and picked it up. It took 10 minutes. I picked it up from this company before in Banbury. It's car parts, bodywork, and they do whatever they do to it. I don't know, powder coat, whatever they do. I ain't got a clue, really. Paint it, make it fancy, and it's all wrapped up. It's as light as anything. And I went to Woodford House, which is up the 361 towards Daventry. Not even Daventry. You turn off well before. And yeah, it took me 20 minutes all in. 25 minutes picking it up, dropping it off. So it's 30 quid and I'm going home anyway. So it's paid me petrol. It's made my mileage really good. Um, and I went to my auntie's. And I was at my auntie's about 10 past 3. So I was going to be there at 2. So it's 40 minutes all in. Uh, and that was it. My week done. So I've had a bumper week. On the Friday, which I was just going to do a couple of jobs. And if I got 150 quid, I'd be happy. I ended up with 229 for 300 miles. Worked out 75p. All bar just on 75 pence. Again, cracking week. What a cracking week. Best week on the CX. I've been on here nearly 2 years now. And that's the best week by a good way. And it was only 5 CX jobs, like I said on there. My total for the week, mileage was high, 2,163. I did a 62 hour week. So it works out at about 12 hour days. But it's money, isn't it? And I had 1,561 before that. You add the 20% on, makes it 1,873. Then you're taking 9% off, which I pay because I'm on flat rate first year, which is £168.59. So I've done 1,705. Yes, I've put a lot of hard work into it, and I was absolutely knackered when I finished Friday. Really, I weren't actually. I was knackered Thursday when I got home, and I went straight to bed. Really, I had scrambled egg on toast because it was late. Cup of tea. Did my books. Did my invoices. I invoice every day. I do not leave it till the end of the week. I invoice them every day. I don't like to see them build up. And then I went to bed. Literally, that was it. Bang, bang, bang. Bed. No telly. No nothing. So Thursday I was knackered, but I had a really good sleep Thursday night. And Friday I was like rejuvenated. I was like, oh, I'm ready to go again. And Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that every week. I'd like to do the money, but I wouldn't want to do the amount of hours every week. It was just a one-off, I think, because Chris was mega busy, which he said it's the busiest he's been, but it'll probably drop off now. It'll be quieter next week. In fact, it is because he ain't got nothing Monday. But I worked out, and it was every mile I did. It worked out at 74 pence a mile across the board. So that's all my dead mileage and everything. So I'm happy with that. I'd like to get it up. But always trying to get your pence per mile up. But for a little van, I've got the mileage. I'm getting 55 to 60 per gallon of fuel. So that's pretty good. So that was my week. Fantastic. It's people say, Jesus, you've done really well. Yeah, I have. But I tell you what, I've worked for it. I have worked for it. The van, 2,100 miles, averaging 420 miles a day. Yeah, it's worked for it. Touch wood, the van's running sweet as a nut. Yeah, I need two new tyres. I'm getting close on the back, so they're going to get done. I'm doing a 4-day week next week, so I've got Friday off. We're going to try this consultant at Leicester, the one that got cancelled 2 weeks ago. I've got an appointment on the Friday again, so it gets sorted this time. But all in all, a cracking week. I've got a little job booked in for Monday, so I haven't got an early start Monday. I've got a pick up in Toaster at 9 o'clock, so I won't be leaving until about 10 past, 8:15. So next week, maybe a better week. Wednesday, I've got to be back because we've got a big night at All Seasons Cafe, the Bikers night, big charity night. We've got the best Pink Floyd tribute act in the country, and I ain't biased, they just are. They play, they're called Us and Floyd. Check them out on whatever, Facebook, YouTube. They're brilliant. They play. We've got a disco, rock disco before them, and in the break, it's all for charity, local charity, which is we've got two friends who run it. They make a good wedge of money, so it's got to get back for that. Don't miss that. I end up working actually, sorting the band out and all that, but it's nothing. It's not hardship. So next week it's going to be a lighter week, but that's fine, absolutely fine. Hope you're all doing well. I've been watching all the videos. I watched obviously Neil's. I mean, van issues again. Bloody, he's got a lot more patience than probably what I have. I know he had a little strip off happen. He told me. I haven't seen nothing from Longman, small van. I'm watching another one that Neil and Dave Anvil he said about, which is Freddie Fletcher. Very interesting videos. Watching him. Van on the Run, I watched his. Whew, it's a bit heavy on his figures. He's very in depth. He's more in depth than me. I mean, I keep my figures every week, and yeah, it is. It's a tough thing to do. Do your own books as well without an accountant. Don't know that I could do that. But altogether, I've rambled on again for 38 minutes. Hope you're making money. Have a good weekend. We're out on the bike tomorrow. Me and my wife have got Sunday off. I'm just going to chill today because the weather's warm. And going out for a ride on the bike, going around the Cotswolds. Going to have a good day out. And then we're back on it Monday. So, like, subscribe. Forget this every time. Not that I ever look back. These are unedited. I don't edit videos. So I ain't got a clue how to. I see Dave at Anvil's just edited his first one last week. Yeah, it's too much time. I ain't got time. What I put is what I put. I don't even read it. I don't even go back and look at them. I don't want to hear my voice. Uh, so it's unedited. But if you want to like, subscribe, put a comment, I will answer your comments. Be great if you subscribed. More subscribers keeps me going. I think I've got nearly 400 now. So have a good weekend. Cheers.